everybody, today I'm going to talk about some recent video game pickups. Now if you're new here, consider necessarily ring the bell. So I'm getting into retro gaming collecting a little bit again because I kind of stopped for a while because it's so expensive sometimes. But today I'm going to be talking about some recent video game pickups that I've had over the last week or so. So yeah, let's get started. So this is the first kind of set. I'm combining it all together kind of. These are the things that I bought from Graffiti Games. The first one is GTA 5. I swear I owned this game, but it just got lost off the face of the earth. So I got GTA 5. The only thing I need to do now is bring my new Xbox 360 over to this house because it's at the other house. So yeah, I got GTA 5, and it has both of the discs, which I checked that because I know there's like 2 different discs that you need. I feel like, especially now that GTA 6 is gonna be one of the most anticipated games probably ever, these have actually gone down in price because when I was there, like they had like 4 copies of this game. So I guess this was just like, they just needed to get rid of them. But I got this for $10. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I got a couple GameCube games. So I don't think I've ever owned almost any other GameCube games because they're just so expensive for like the main ones. But I got a couple ones that are a little bit fun. The first one is the Star Wars Rogue Leader. And I did own this game when I bought the silver GameCube in Vlog 2. And then I returned it because it was just, I didn't play it that much. But yeah, so I got this Rogue Leader one, and I think this was, how much was this? I think this was like $15, so not bad. The GameCube and the PS1 are one, like both of those systems, like I just don't have that many games for. I'm just a huge Star Wars fan, maybe not 8 or 9 of the saga. And then here is Universal Adventures for the GameCube. I feel like this is a little bit fun because I love the Universal theme parks, and like even though this is probably like some of these attractions on here are dated because some of them might not exist anymore, it's just kind of cool to have like an RPG like this. And like I just saw it and I was like, I have to have this. And I think I've maybe heard of this game before. I kind of forgot about it in my memory. One of the really cool things that Graffiti Games does is that they have the original instruction manual too, and the disc. And actually what they do that's really nice is they actually check the discs to see if it's like in working condition and it's not scratched, which is nice. So yeah, it's some GameCube games. And I got a game for the Game Boy Advance, which normally I really don't have that many Game Boy games, like really at all. So I got the Pac-Man series on the Game Boy Advance. This was only like $4 or something like that. Like in terms of like Game Boy games, like that's actually pretty good. So yeah, this is the Pac-Man collection. I don't think this includes Miss Pac-Man because that game has just a bunch of legal issues, like who owns it or not. Like I think that's kind of what's been happening because most of these Pac-Man compilations, even in the newer ones, don't include Miss Pac-Man, which kind of sucks because Miss Pac-Man is my favorite game of the series. And then I got a controller, a Wii Classic controller. So the reason why I got this is because like I have been modding my NES Classic recently, and I might have to do a video on that. Like I was able to install like Windows on my Mac, or actually VirtualBox. I managed to get Windows on and actually download Hackcheat 2. And like I haven't done this in a long time up until recently. Actually way easier than it used to be. So yeah, I got this NES Classic Mini for a long time ago. And then the reason why I got this is because there are some games that I've downloaded on here that it's just too little buttons for the NES controller. It actually connects into here. Boom, look at that. Yeah, so it's really nice to actually have one of these controllers, and also I could maybe use this with the Wii for something else. But yeah, so it's really nice having this controller. I think I maybe had one of these, but it was just so dirty, and I think I got rid of it. So yeah, it's kind of cool having one of those. And then I got some Nintendo 64 games, which I have been really collecting these recently because like even though like I said in the Revisiting the Nintendo 64 video that I wasn't going to collect pretty much at all for it, I actually got a couple games. So I'm going to save, quote unquote, the best one for last. So I got Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which for some reason I thought this was a lot more expensive. I heard about the one like the original Xbox and stuff, but I feel like this is the type that I would want. I actually do like skating games. Like, for example, I played Skate 3 in one of my videos I made a year or two ago on my channel. And yeah, it's Skate 3 is probably my favorite of all of the games. But this is cool. And actually, I like that this is a blue cartridge. And I had to take the sticker off because this was like weird. And then I got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Like, I also thought this one was a lot of money too, but I guess it isn't. Both of these are authentic, and I think the Game Boy Advance game is too. So yeah, I got a couple Nintendo 64 games. Actually, there's one more. I got Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now, it's not what you think, because sadly this is a reproduction. But the reason why I got this is because I'm not spending $100 on this. And like, in terms of like reproduction, it's actually a pretty good reproduction. Like, on the back it has a lot of the stuff right. For the Nintendo, for the authentic game, there's a square on top of like the I letter. And then over here, it's a circle. So this is a reproduction. I was not gonna spend over $100 on it. And actually, like, yeah, just in terms of reproduction, it's actually pretty good. I mean, the case might be a little bit of a giveaway, but like, I think it's pretty decent. And this is just, it's passable. Like, I can play with this. Because, like, I do also have a reproduction for Legend of the Zelda. I think it is a reproduction. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I know this is. Because I got this for $30 because I try to avoid like the first like 4 listings of any retro game because they're all pretty much crap. But in terms of like reproduction, I think they did a pretty good job on it. So actually the thing is too, is that this is a little bit of a darker color for the back label, and this is a little bit of a lighter color. I'm fine with this. Like, I used to not really be fine with reproduction cards because, like, I used to, like, want every game that is authentic. But I've realized that I feel like if I'm gonna play games like Conker's Bad Fur Day, I might have to give her production cards. And, like, that's just kind of how it is. So I know that some people are they get triggered about that, but I just, in terms of this game specifically, I had to get a reproduction. Like, I mean, I know it's kind of a sin in the retro gaming community, but it's complicated with this because I was not willing to spend $100 on it. So yeah, so I got Conker's Bad Fur Day. I'm actually kind of excited for this one because, like, I've actually never played it because it's just so rare. So yeah, that's Conker's Bad Fur Day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I feel like I've done a couple retro game videos recently, but I kind of wanted to talk about my pickups today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.